Australian coach was just calming Charles Garzarella down there, who was looking around anxiously at the clock. He has a 2-minute time limit in which he can come out and make this third and final attempt in the snatch, and he's inside the last 60 seconds that he's allowed. The weight on the bar has gone up to 152.5 kilos. He's just seen Stephen Wilson of Wales successfully lift the bar. And Garzarella is 21 stone in weight, so he's over 3 stone heavier than the Welshman. So if he lifts this, he'll equal the snatch of Wilson of Wales, but he won't go ahead of him in the competition. The lighter man will remain in first place in this super heavyweight contest, although we've not yet seen the favourite for the gold, Dean Lukin of Australia. So this really is to confirm third place. And successfully lifted. So Garzarella concludes the snatch category in this super heavyweight contest. He's no more lifts to come, and he's totaled 152.5. 157.5 kilos, 24 3/4 stone for this PE student from Montreal in Canada. A lift which, if successful, will put him into the lead in this super heavyweight competition. Yes, yes, another smile. He did that the first time. Once the bar is up and the legs are locked, he knows he's got it, and then the face immediately breaks into a big smile. So, Bolduc of Canada leads with that lift. It's the combined total that the lifters achieve in snatch and clean and jerk which finally settles the medals. He's in gold medal place at the moment, but we haven't yet seen the giant Australian Dean Lukin. And this is Lukin now. 26-year-old tuna fisherman from Port Lincoln in southern Australia, who weighed in at a colossal 21 stone and 8 pounds. And there are banners in the audience tonight and many more spectators than for the previous categories.
160 kilos.
This, the Olympic gold medalist, the Commonwealth gold medalist from Brisbane. Oh, and he makes it look easy. He sat in the warm-up area and watched the other 5 competitors come out and struggle with lesser weight. His first lift, putting himself into the lead. And Bolduc electing to attempt here a personal best of 162.5 kilograms. 2.5 kilograms better than the personal best which he achieved at the last Canadian Championships. Has lifted 157.5 with his second lift. Now he's gone straight up. He's missed out 160. He's gone on to 162.5. 25 stone, 8 pounds.
Go!
Inside the last 60 seconds that he's allowed to make the lift. No. Oof. Well, he was very nimble on his feet when he had to be. 3 red lights, there was no chance of him doing that. He never started to straighten the legs at all. Now, he's got to drive up from the knees. He's aware that he's lost the weight. He gets himself out from trouble. As nimble as a bally star. Well, that will leave Bolduc in silver medal place. And now Dean Lukin of Australia, the leader in the competition, could use his second and third lifts in the snatch to extend his lead and maybe start thinking about records. He's already equaled the game's record of 160 kilograms in the snatch. And now the bar increased to 170 kilograms for a new game's record. Oh, he makes it look so easy, doesn't he? He picks it up like it's a toy. A game's record for Dean Lukin, the Olympic gold medalist and Commonwealth gold medalist. Head and shoulders the leader in the competition. So at the halfway stage of this super heavyweight competition, it's Lukin of Australia, the leader, with 170 kilograms. Baldock of Canada, second, with 157.5. And Wilson of Wales in the bronze medal place with 152.5 because he's lighter than Gazzarella of Australia, who lifted the same weight. The man in silver medal place after the snatch, electing to make his first lift in the clean and jerk at 180 kilos, 28 stone and 5 pounds. For this 21-year-old Canadian student, David Baldock. Now, if he's successful with this, it will put him into the lead in the competition, with Dean Lukin of Australia yet to make any of his 3 lifts in this category. This to confirm his position then in silver medal place. Yes. So Baldock leads the competition. We haven't yet seen Lukin, and that lift confirming his challenge for silver medal. Steve Wilson of Wales in bronze medal place after the snatch. His first lift in the clean and jerk, the bar at 187.5 kilograms. This lift, if successful, will put him into the lead at this stage with a competition total of 340 kilograms. That's the first half. Just settles the bar across his shoulders. Steadies the legs. He's got to be steady. Yes, he is. 187.5 kilograms then for this 25-year-old warehouseman, and he leads in the competition. The gigantic Australian Charles Gazzarella, 21 stone of body weight, electing to lift in the clean and jerk now at 190 kilos. Now, he's clearly thinking about a bronze medal in this super heavyweight division, because this lift wouldn't be good enough to put him ahead of the Canadian Baldock, who leads, but would dislodge Steve Wilson of Wales from the bronze medal place, with Dean Lukin of Australia still to make an appearance. He's got 26 seconds left on the clock in which to start the lift. Yes. 30 stone on the bar. Locks the arms, locks the legs, gives a scream of approval. Good lift then for Gazzarella. And that's for a total in the competition of 342.5 kilos, has put him ahead of Wilson of Wales. Just looking around there, there are 1 or 2 rather large people in the audience. So the weightlifters have come from all over Scotland and perhaps the north of England as well to see this Commonwealth competition, which is currently being led by David Baldock of Canada. Now making his third and final lift in the clean and jerk with 190 kilos on the bar. This to extend his lead. This will give him a competition total of 347.5 kilos. He will lead in the competition as it stands. But remember, Dean Lukin of Australia hasn't yet made an appearance in the clean and jerk. The man who led after the snatch. So the final lift for Bolduc, attempting to equal his personal best. And this is the occasion to do it in Commonwealth competition. Yes, yes, yes. 30 stone in weight. Hoist through floor to full extent of arms. 2 white lights. A majority decision of the referees. The lift was good. And this 21-year-old Canadian, who's so much the lighter of the 5 competitors in this super heavyweight division. Indeed, he's giving the 2 Australians almost 4 stone in body weight when he weighed in right on the limit. This lift of 190 for a competition total of 347.5.
Give it everything.
Michael Noonan telling Charles Garzarella that he's got to give it everything. And this gigantic Australian student, who's only 22 years of age and weighs 21 stone, knows that it's now or never. He's in the bronze medal place in this super heavyweight contest and needs to lift 197.5 with his final lift at clean and jerk to overtake Bolduc of Canada and move into the silver medal spot. David Bolduc has finished his competition. He's posted a total on the board of 347.5. And Garzarella, who's somewhat almost 4 stone the heavier man, has got to lift better. So 197.5 kilos, that's 31 stone and 2 pounds. He has lifted more in the past. Now, is it bronze or is it silver? It's already bronze. If he lifts this, it will become silver. And the clock to his left is ticking down. There are just about 20 seconds left there, 22 seconds, in which he's got to make the lift. So he's cutting it very fine, still settling with his grip. 12 seconds. Well, he's cut this about as fine as it's possible. 4, 3, 2. No, he was never going to do it. And I think the fact that he waited so long was an indication, perhaps, that he knew in his mind that he wasn't going to do it. And the voice you heard was that of the Australian coaches who shouted from the side, go, and they meant go because there were only 3 seconds left on the clock. And if he hadn't started the lift then it wouldn't have counted anyway, even if he'd been successful. And now all the other competitors have completed their competition, and Dean Lukin hasn't yet appeared. He's that confident. And the buzz of expectation in the audience and also in that warm-up area is that the weight being put on the bar, and it's been chalked up in the room there too, is 222.5 kilos. That's the point at which Dean Lukin has decided to start his personal competition. He's only got to make 1 successful lift to confirm the gold. He doesn't need to lift anything like as much as this to win the competition, and the warm applause there. Well, not all Australians have girlfriends called Sheila, because that's Bridget McIntyre, who's the fiancée of Dean Lukin, and she's also the current Miss Adelaide. And perhaps you can see why. So this is for a games record, and it's for the gold medal. This gigantic tuna fisherman from Port Lincoln, Australia, who weighed in at a colossal 21 stone and 8 pounds. Yes, that's confidence, and that is terrific applause. He dropped the weight, it nearly went straight through the stage. Bridget liked it too. It's a gold medal, it's a games record. And this audience, well, they've come from far and wide tonight, and they've certainly come to see this gigantic man challenge for records.
Well, he just lifted Witherspoon and Bruno added together, plus 3 stone. Quite extraordinary. Dean Lukin retains his Commonwealth title with a games record there. And, of course, he was the Olympic champion as well. The Canadian got the silver and the other Australian got the bronze. The Australians are dominating all this. That was their 4th gold medal of the game.